We're lucky enough to welcome many established stars of the Jockeys Room to Dubai over the winter, and one of them is Colm O'Donoghue, of course, who's a big part of Aidan O'Brien's team over in Ireland. This season he's based himself with Ahmed bin Harmash out there in the desert, and of course he comes here after a terrifically successful 2016 campaign over in Europe. Bearing all that in mind, we thought it was about time we sat down with Colm and found out his hopes for the rest of the carnival. We'll talk a bit, if we can, about sort of you, because I think I described you on the winning line as a bit of a star when we found out you were coming here for Ahmed bin Harmash, because I imagine you weren't short of offers as to where to spend your winter.
I've never been at home for a winter, to be honest, in like 17, 18 years. I love to travel, been lucky to go to Hong Kong and Japan and Australia and so on and so forth. So obviously to come here and to work with Ahmed and to get that opportunity, I jumped at it, you know.
They're a yard going places. They've done tremendously well over the last few seasons. Is it quite a nice place to work, quite a nice atmosphere? Do they feel quite positive?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Obviously we're out in the desert, so you get that lovely fresh air in the morning, which is obviously very good for the horses. And Ahmed's a very astute trainer, very sharp, knows his horses very well, and Alessandro does a great job with him too.
Yeah, they do. And you rode championship, of course, for them last week. I thought that was a really game effort in defeat. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, he's obviously the stable star, and I thought he might win on the day. He ran a very good competitive race, and look, it was just unfortunate, but look, he's great, and hopefully he can bounce back.
Do you know what the plans are? Are they going to maybe sort of drop him down in trip again?
The trip I don't think is a problem to him. I actually thought that it was a bit sharp when he won in Abu Dhabi. I struggled to hold my position early on. He was short a bit of pace, so I was surprised that he'd done so well over 7. But he has options open between 7 to 1800, you know.
Yeah, definitely we haven't seen the best of him. You sort of were kind of forced to make the running a bit, weren't you, as well, which probably wasn't ideal?
No, but he doesn't really have that turn of foot, and he's got a long action. And when Richard Hughes won him in England, he made running on him, and like I just said, right, if I'm left there, I'm happy to do it. And look, we got it pretty easy. Like I went 26 for the first 2 furlongs, so no, like it's just unfortunate, but he'll come back. He'll be competitive.
Looking back at your career, I mean, you seem to have been around forever. It's a bit unfair to say, perhaps. So your first Group 1 win was on Spartacus. Do you remember back too much about that one back in 2002?
Yeah. It's obviously your first Group 1's very special, and I was only a kid at the time. I was still claiming an apprentice, so you never forget those days. So yeah, it's a long time ago now.
Does it change a lot for you getting that first Group 1 win?
Not necessarily. I suppose I was spoilt in a way when I was younger, because I started with Aidan from the start in like 2005. So no, sorry, 96. We're going way back. So yeah, I've always been around the horses when they were winning Group 1s, and I've been exposed to that for a long time. So it was just, I got the opportunity and I won, so it was fantastic. And you won the next one and the next one, you know, like every other jockey. And
you've been part of the team there ever since then. I mean, what's it like to be part of such a all-conquering operation? I mean, what they've achieved has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a great place to work. Aidan's very, like, his approach to it is just keep everything simple, you know. And look, the pedigrees, they're all there to be looked at. So I don't know, what can you say? It's, as I said, I've been there so long. It's just I don't know anything else, you know.
Treasure Beach and Carlton House, Seville on the far side. Treasure Beach, the two of them locked together. Memphis, Tennessee on the inside, but it's Treasure Beach, and Treasure Beach wins it. In second is Seville, 3 Memphis, Tennessee, another 1, 2, 3 for Aidan O'Brien.
Being obviously from Ireland, from Cork, winning the Irish Derby must have been pretty special. Is that one of the high points of your career so far?
Yeah, it would be. To win your home derby is very good. I'd been second on Treasure Beach in the Epsom Derby previously, so it's kind of a little bit of redemption, you know, to go there and to win it. So yeah, very, very special, very special.
Where does he rank among the best horses you've ridden?
He was a good horse. I think in a given year, that of those bunch of 3-year-olds, he maybe wasn't like a real top horse. But obviously, having won the Derby, he's right up there with what I've won on.
What else would you describe as a sort of superstar that you've been able to sit on or win on?
Star Spangled Banner. I rode him in Haydock towards the end of his career, but I used to ride him every day at home, and he was an exceptionally very fast horse. Won everything from 5, like he won the Lightning Stakes in Australia, up to a mile he won the Guineas. So yeah, very good horse.
Very fun. Now doing okay at stud as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah. He started a little bit slow, but no, he's what he has on the ground now. They're winning. They're very competitive.
And I assume your job with Ada means that quite often you might get a Group 1 winner when you don't expect it. Was that the case when qualified won the Oaks?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of my Group 1 wins are double price or more. Yeah, that's it. Look, when you're riding for that team, you can have 3 and 4 in it, but they're all there and everybody shout, and their 2-year-old form is always pretty strong when they go into those Group 1s.
Does that take the pressure off a little bit, perhaps, that you might not be on the first string? Ryan Moore's got everyone expecting him to win, perhaps, and you can sort of take it a bit easier there?
I don't know. I don't see this pressure, like the big races are the ones I want to ride, and they're the ones that I enjoy the most. So once a person once said to me, pressure is a privilege. So look, I'm lucky to get to ride those horses, and it's great to have won those races.
I thought you were going to do the Jim Bolger quote then of pressure is for, he says pressure is for tyres and footballs. And just looking back more recently, obviously another Group 1 win this year with 7th Heaven over at York. How special is she? Because she looked really good on that day. Yeah,
she won very well that day. I rode her previously in the Epsom Oaks, and I couldn't believe where she finished, because she'd won her trial in Lingfield and she was still improving, and her work was very good. And then she was very good in York, and then she went on to the Breeders' Cup. Aidan still thinks that she's improving, that she can be very strong for this year.
You've won Group 1s pretty much everywhere. Is there anywhere else that you haven't won one that you particularly like to conquer?
Dubai.
Group 2 here though, of course.
Yeah, lucky to win the Derby here from Daddy Longlegs. He was a pacemaker on the day, and he was very strong himself. He was a very good horse. So I'd obviously want to win Group 1s here in Medan.
Yeah, that would be nice. And is there one race in the world that you haven't won, maybe apart from obviously the Dubai World Cup, that you'd really like to try and win before you're done?
The only race I'd really like to win is the Arc. Above all, that's the race I want to win.
So you're probably with the right trainer to do that?
Yeah, and so hopefully someone else might put me up also.
Yeah, absolutely. And regarding your career, you're still a young man in riding terms. You'll carry on for another 10 years?
I hope so, but look, it's just like as a jockey you probably get to 45, 50, but you need to be riding the best horses, so you need to be with the best people, and hopefully I can continue.